Howdy y'all, welcome back to episode 5 of my Terra Invicta Humanity First series. Now, I am now back at my college, so I will probably be slowing down the uploads. I got one on Monday, I've got one today, Sunday, yes, and one today, and school starts tomorrow, so I will see how my schedule is, and probably slow down, maybe 2 a week is what I'm going to be aiming for, but we shall have to see. Anyhow, y'all joined me today inside the actual game because I've been learning how to pronounce these counselors' names.
Mission in progress.
We will no longer be butchering their names, so all of my Mandarin or Chinese viewers, of which there's not that many, but it's the thought that counts, right? But I have been learning how to pronounce some. This is Shai Yun and Jay Long. Butchered that still, I'm sure, but better than Gao Lang, I'm sure. Anyhow, back to the game itself. So United States, we're still working on mission control, stabilizing this, keeping it still. We want to get this back up to around 5. I guess not back up, because it's never there to begin with, but we want to get this to a rest value of 5, and the biggest detractor from that is the inequality score. So we're working on unity to keep this up and moving this up faster. You can see that unity is going to give it just a tiny amount. Welfare to bring down inequality. Once we get to around 3, then we will be pretty golden, but we're not going to rush that, there's no point. We're just running funding here on Canada. There's not much else that it's going to give us. Eventually we're going to merge it into United States, and anything that we can do like this is going to be a massive boost. It's more efficient to do it on different countries, which is why we ran through the mission control on Mexico as well for that as fast as possible, because we've got 102 to do here and we can only work on one at a time. If we were to merge these, there's 12, 16 for 28, makes that 130 that we're doing one at a time, which means we have to get 25 IP in there 130 times, which is 600 almost? Right. No, I can't do math. About 300. But if we were to do it like this, then we can work on 3 at a time, and it significantly reduces that. Which is why if you're going for European Union, is you don't want to conjoin all of these at once. You want to get control of them, of course, and then work on the mission control, and then bring them together. Anyhow, Canada, like I said, we're just doing funding and knowledge, bringing that up, because it will slightly affect the knowledge of the state we're moving it into. Mexico, we're just working on stabilizing it. We got to get democracy up, and we got to get inequality back down. It's going to sit at 3.6. I'm not really sure what jumped it up by, but if we can keep it up, even better. That's it for our nations. We are going to try and work on getting China. It's going to be pretty dang hard, but we should have gone for that way, way earlier. For our space resources, we have plenty of mines going on, so we're pretty dang happy about that. Actually, now that we can shift through the year, this is on an asteroid, so I don't really care about that. This is really just upgraded so we can get the mining complex. But we may upgrade this and go to a nano factory. Shipyard. You have 50 left over. There's no point in doing that. I think we're just going to leave it like that. This one we're not going to mess with. This is Ceres. No, it's another asteroid. We're probably going to upgrade this because that's a lot of water and volatiles. Leave that one alone. This one here is Ceres. And we're upgrading this one. We're going to upgrade this one as well. I realized that. Replace it to a settlement hub. We want to get these up to settlements because we're going to start producing ships from here. And we're going to defend from Ceres and try not to let them get further than Ceres. For our councilors, we still have Brian doing public campaigns here in America. This should start being less of a problem, especially once we get Canada and Mexico in, because it'll be much harder for them to do missions and be more worried about other things. Bulo, we have investigating Xenoform Alpha 14. Eventually we're going to go and kill him. Ziyun, we have killing Xenoform Alpha 7. Kaylee, we have doing a advised mission here in the United States and North America. And Gaoling, we have doing... We still have him running, not advised, but inspire missions on Kaylee. I just butchered that again, I completely forgot. Jiyun, Shiyun, and Gilang. Gilang. Okay, I'll get it down eventually. We don't have anything here in the orgs, nor do we have anything that we can augment our councilors with. Closest one being Gilang, and he needs to finish one more mission before he has enough XP for that. I haven't decided if we're going to go for... We're probably going to go for org capacity, so it gets another administration as opposed to persuasion. He's enough persuasion to do stuff in China, and that's really all we need him for. We'll go for a 5-speed and keep on rocking. Mountain Warfare Doctrine is available. Got the aliens. We've recovered the theropod alien corpse. And we're going to leave off on the aliens because they are not happy with us at the moment. Unlocked Salamander autopsy from that. 85% public support. Outpost cores and mining have been completed. This alien fleet here is probably targeting us. Actually, we can check that if we were so inclined by going to ships. Aliens. That's not what I wanted. This is the operation? No. We'll just go by name. That's whatever. Actually, arrival time. You're transferred to low Earth orbit 1. You're a corvette and a gunship. We don't know anything about them, which is unfortunate. That's probably in response to me. This was transferring to low Earth orbit as well. Wish I could see right here, this button here. It just says low Earth orbit 1. So they're not aiming for a space station, but they're probably, knowing my luck, it'll probably be me. Don't know anything about the Dark Star. You don't know anything about the Golden Haze class either. Once they get closer to Earth, we'll be able to.
We'll be ready for new orders soon.
You could go to him, that'd be great. We're about to lose our research and combat lasers. That is quite annoying. So we're just going to drop that entirely. Yeah, he's putting in 70 per day. So he's putting all of his research into that. And we could fight him off. We have 70, we'll get 77 whenever she advises again. But really not a point for that. Work Marketplace has updated. There is nothing at all that we can grab, even if we wanted it to.
Your orders?
Ziyun, investigate.
On the way to the target site.
We found an alien in the Atlanta region. That's probably because we're currently investigating him. That would probably be it. We're going to have Gelong come over here for public campaign.
We'll make our appeal.
Because Shiyun probably has a very good loyalty now. Teardrop Drive has been completed. So has materials research. We're going to go for space science research. And we're going to go for the farm. Now that we're getting tier 2 modules, they're going to have a lot more people on them, which means that we're going to need farms to offset the water and volatile cost of those modules.
We've moved the needle. The people will come to our side.
Also, we want to go to cancel. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Dang, crap. That's not pending. That's currently building. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We want to design a new ship, is what we want to do. Instead of doing the monitor that we had, this one here, we're going to go for escorts with the cure drop and the power plant, radiators, whatever. Artemis torpedoes, nanotube armor. It's the lightest bot. It's 10 tons as opposed to 31 or 44 for the sides, and we're just going to put, we'll do 5 on the nose here. 2 propellant tanks. I will do 3 just because. I'm going to bump that up. So we'll have 5 KPS, which is plenty for what we want to do. It's going to touch 34 water, 25 volatiles, 51 base metals, 10 noble metals, and 0.38 fissiles. It's going to be an interdictor as well. Do not care about that. And then we're also going to go ahead and do the same exact thing, but we're going to do 2 PD instead. Which means that you're going to want a battery. No. We want to do a heat sink. 500 tons, so we need, because these two are lasers, and we want to take them off defensive fire. We want to put them on. Oh, they don't have. You want Guardian mode? It's the. It'll stop shooting at random things. So, but they don't have Guardian mode as their thing, as their ability, I suppose. What I'm trying to say. But we'll go ahead and put this back on. And we have a heat sink because if the radiator gets destroyed, these laser-based projectiles still build up heat, and if you don't have any way to get rid of it, then it's going to explode. We don't want that much. 10. One full G combat acceleration is pretty good. Propellant tanks of 3, still extremely cheap. And this is going to be a protector class. And now we want to go ahead and build these here, because these are now specialized and they're significantly cheaper. Because this one here has torpedo bays and a point defense, but it's more efficient if you just do torpedoes on one and laser defense on the other. Insurgency operations. I really wish I let that other one finish. I didn't realize it was currently
Here's what we've found.
building. That's my fault, because that was a 1/6 of the way left. So, guerrilla warfare is pretty good. Urban warfare fighting is good.
Cleaning things up.
All of our information science research centers have been built in low series orbit. Kaylee was spotted on the early June, and no one else was spotted late June. Gilang, we're going to go ahead and grab the administration on you now. And we're going to get, that's not worth it. He has 9 security, he could do with some more. But it's all just 1 security there. So we're going to give him Remus. Be another 2 engineering projects, it'll be 7 more money and 1 more science. This is 2, so could be good, but you don't need investigation or command on him. No one else can get any orcs, no one else can upgrade.
Where do you need me?
We're gonna have
Taking it to them.
Shiyun work on clearing out some of the
Lending my
xenoforms.
expertise.
Eventually we'll make a ship that can do this. You put it into low Earth orbits and you just do bombard missions on it. You gotta be careful because it doesn't automatically target the xenoforms.
Public
It
sentiment
targets
is increasingly with
like
us.
space centers and whatnot, and if you do that, it's an
We
atrocity.
hold no sway in their minds.
You definitely don't want to do bombardments of alien facilities because then you don't get any resources from them, but you still get the hate, so it's just not worth it. Farm is nearly finished. So is the Space Science Research Center.
I'm here. Reporting in.
We do need to investigate
Initiating
the
surveillance.
not the Resistance, but the Servants and the Protectorate again. Alien spyware, we have uncovered evidence of alien intrusion into our faction's computer networks. Most of the code involved appears to be taken from an assortment of known human malware, but some of the architecture we've never seen before. We will in any case need to perform a full review and replacement of all potentially affected hardware and software, but this will take us some time, reducing the bandwidth available for coordinating our operations until then. So, we can prioritize bandwidth for our science and engineering efforts. We'll suffer -4 to missions to gain a control point or control of a half for 12 months. We'll find -6 on control space asset for 12 months, -6 to assassinate missions for 12 months, -6 to terrorize missions for 12 months, -4 to enthrall missions for 12 months. We can prioritize bandwidth for our active anti-alien operations. We -6 to steal and sabotage projects, -4 to missions to gain a control point or control of a half for 12 months, and -6 to control space asset missions against us for 12 months. We can prioritize bandwidth for political influence efforts, -6 to steal and sabotage, -6 to assassinate, -6 on terrorize missions against our control points. And then our councilors are skilled enough to evade alien surveillance. Nothing happens. This is allowed if the sum of our councilor security attributes is at least 60, which we have.
I will help them.
So we got very lucky on that one. We have settlement cores on, and settlement mining complex on the asteroid there. Shumu is part of the protectorate. Farm project is finished. We're going to go for Xenoscience Research Center. How much did that reduce it by? 4% is not bad.
Person of interest surveillance.
Completed the construction module on Mars.
We're winning their hearts and minds. We're winning their hearts and
Hate
minds.
will slowly decay over time. And an important thing to note is that if the aliens attack you, you do not gain more hate for destroying the ships in that. You just don't lose hate. Except for the ships that you do lose. If that makes any sort of sense. I know I said that kind of weird, like. Shiyun is going to go ahead and grab a administration. We'll keep going on. Space Science Research Center has been completed. We're going to go for the Energy Research Center.
Offering support.
Got reactor arrays up on that base.
We've got some intel on our target.
I have new information.
Our case remains unheard.
We're not able to deploy supports. Academy is going to take that. There's nothing I can do. I can just drop that. So we'll drop energy research.
Public sentiment is increasingly with
Flow
us.
support in China is increasing. Boulot has a augment, so we're going to grab another investigation. Settlement core and settlement mining complex has been completed on that asteroid. Loyalty.
I'm here.
Geelong has a 30% chance. So we'll
Really
go ahead and
bad,
roll it. Got Polyania.
Offering assistance.
We're going to
Surveillance.
go ahead and relax on this, and we're going to work on government and knowledge. So we'll go ahead. Put that down. Like that. We should go ahead and reduce that a little bit more. 14 loyalty on
We've
that
got some
protectorate
intel on our
councilor.
target.
Their convictions are unchanged.
Fails with a 92%, so that kind of sucks.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public cartel. Could have sworn we had. Oh yeah, we just need a criminal. Of which you are. You also don't need... Ajax brand we can shift around. This needs criminal. That needs criminal. That needs criminal. We have another criminal? Looks like no. So we'll go ahead and add that one. Can I remove this? I can. That's fantastic news. We're going to go ahead and give that to Haley. This will finish her. She's got 25 now. And we'll put the Trinity on her. At the end of the month, or the turn I suppose, those will go on to those councilors and will be pretty dang solid. Shipyard has been finished. We're actually going to go for... We'll do more shipyards, I think. That's a nano factory. We'll do shipyard. Shipyard. Solar array does 61. We're not going to have enough. That's so annoying. Okay. Fission reactor array. We'll have positive 7. No, we'll have way over. So if I put this to a solar array, we have so much extra. I don't know why you're saying we won't. So we'll have a total available power of 427, consumption of 290. We'll go ahead and throw a farm onto here, and we'll still be over by 36. We're also going to go and start producing ships out of this. So you can see here, the tier 2 comes with a straight straight buff to production speed 2. Instead of 90 days, it's going to take 72 days. 18 days cutoff is pretty good. If I do cancel pending, it's not really what I wanted. We're going to go ahead and just do one of those then. If I do 2, you just do the 1. Okay. So we'll have a torpedo escort here in 21 days, and then we'll have a PD. Sorry, this will be another torpedo escort in 72 days. The Zug Nu class and the Javelin class. I'm going to need to learn how to pronounce that one too, I can already tell. Okay. Still running to control the protectorate councilor. We have outpost core, outpost mining complex, and series.
Offering support.
That's not what I wanted. Falling behind on information science. Yeah. Advised mission done in the US.
Person of interest surveilled.
We're not going to be able to do that turn counselor because we just lost all of our insight into them.
Surveillance complete.
Yep.
Mission
0%.
canceled.
That's super annoying.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
buddy. I guess you were attacking Xenoflora? I mean, dope. You're lost, buddy. It's super inefficient, at least as of right now, to attack Xenoflora with armies. But I guess if you have nothing else to do, then might as well. Warning investigation, that'll get you 2 more. Investigate councilor, investigate alien activity, detain councilor, and surveil location. All stuff that you currently have. Security. Security would be nice. That's security commands and 2 ops for assassinate and extract councilor. You already have assassinate, you already have extract councilor. 3 ops for stabilized nation. You don't have stabilized nation. That would actually be nice. It counts. It will be negative money, but -2 money per month is nothing when I'm pulling in 328 per month.
At your service.
We're gonna have him go back to campaign missions.
Telling our story.
Offering counsel. We've got some intel on our target.
The light that fills our skies connects.
Space assault doctrine is what they're going for now.
We've got some intel on our target.
The people will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
You just need to keep an eye on the aliens, see when they're getting close. They're gonna get here in 84 days, there'll be 46, there'll be 40 days. This is just a crushing gravity class destroyer. As I was saying, just a crushing gravity, which we don't know anything about. Once it gets into low Earth orbit, we will be able to. And actually, we've already lowered down our hate, so we're no longer in the bright red-orange, but we're down in the more mellow orange, I suppose. But anyhow, that should means A, whenever they do attack us, or if they do attack us, we'll be within the hate cap much faster. They won't be able to destroy as much, and they might not even attack us to begin with. Okay, Long, we're gonna have you try once again for
We'll bring them
Shimu.
to our side.
Point defense array is very good. That's going to go onto space stations and space bases,
Lending my
which will be defense against just bombarding it to death.
I have new information.
I have new information.
The point defense array is
They
mostly
are
just
our
for
two
deterrence,
titans.
so it's not the greatest. The layer defense array is
We're winning
when
their
it
hearts
actually
and
becomes
minds.
worthwhile. And tier 3 battle station is very good.
At your service.
I don't know what all they're doing here. I suppose maybe they're clearing out Italy, but I really don't know. So the servants control Brazil and Russia, which is not good. Those are massive populations. We're still trying to get into China. I might move
What's
Brian
the
over. He has a 5% chance. Oh, he still has 11 persuasion as well.
Targeting the opposition.
We'll gain control in Mongolia, as that'll give us a boost to missions inside of China.
I will help them.
Not sure what you're doing.
Surveillance complete.
So that means we're not going to be able to do this again.
Mission in
Bro.
progress.
Okay.
Mission is a no-go.
I might just kill him. That persuasion and admin is mostly natural.
Our people have taken control.
Point defense array.
Standing by for orders. Terminating the opposition.
Reporting in.
See, now we're getting, it's basically nothing, but it's 0.2 for control
Making
points
our
and
case.
natures. We are getting a malice, though, because we have, maybe not yet. It'd be here, so if we were to control mission, we'd have a malice due to having control points of enemies, which in this case, or at least in the case of China,
Must persuade the people.
it's going to be because of the United States and United States of America, not North America yet. Brian, we're going to go ahead and have you grab an admin. Might as well grab a science. Grab another security onto him.
Offering support. We've got some intel on our target.
We found nothing of note.
We're going to do a surveillance mission. So we're actually going to not do anything to him at the moment.
Prepping for next mission.
They're going to do a rapid landing, so that's going to be another alien councilor.
Public opinion is moving in our
Critical
direction.
success here in China. Saudi Arabia. Arabia had a coup, which the resistance took one of the control points. Point defense array was finished. Information Science Research Center is finished. But we don't want to do that. This is going to be about separate stations. If you have fleets at certain stations that are more dangerous, so the aliens will prioritize
We're in
less
control
dangerous
here.
ones. We've taken over all of Mongolia. The European Union and Canada have ended their alliance. Gao
Acknowledged.
Lang has a 0.4.
Ready.
Go for
We're
Tajikistan.
taking power.
We get rid of the Kusanagi Foundation. Is there anything here that's going to be worth it? Not particularly. So we'll just leave it for now. Wave of Fear. All human nations move to extreme values,
Offering
which is a
counsel.
pain in the butt. This is now back down at 2.1. We finished Hydra language.
Code, Colonel.
You just need to complete Hydra interrogation when we get it. I did a little bit of research on the side, so for our drive we're going to go for the Helicon. And the Helicon drive is blocked behind high energy electromagnetic propulsion, so that's what we're going to need to go for. So that's a research target. Cool. For that we're going to need superconducting magnets. And for that we're going to need advanced superconductors, which is completed. So this is a global tech, so not something I can work on right now. We are, however, going to go for the Military Science Research Center before I forget it exists again. And that way, we're going to have a bunch of Tier 2 research on the line, and we're also going to go to our HABs. And we're going to go for here. We're going to upgrade these. Well, not yet, because we don't have that one finished yet. This is the information. We're still working on that one. Science we can upgrade, however. That's going to have positive still. Shipyard, not yet. Because if we do that right now, I believe it's going to void what we have. That'll be the last one, I believe. This is 20, and you take, yeah, it's going to be 15 per each one, and I do not have enough for that. I believe that is all of these space stations, so we want to make a new one. Then a rocket launch, orbital. It's going to be in low Earth orbit 2. We want a fission reactor array, not re-ray. And what we're going to go for is whatever we don't have enough of. So we'll do a farm, and then we'll go for monthly ledger. We need information, which we're working on, and life. So this one is going to be life. Did not want to go to it. Oops. So if we go here, this is going to be only our research. So we don't have our, we do have life. Oh, this is, yes. We'll need another power. And then this one we're going to go solar array. And then climate, which you will have plenty.
Surveillance complete.
Learn about Alpha 14.
I have new information.
She moves at 14. Layer defense array. We're going to go for that one next.
We've moved the needle.
Energy Research Center has finished. Now for layer defense array.
Our associates are now in charge.
Taken over Tajikistan. Or at least parts of Tajikistan. Can't remember if it's a single control point or if it's two. Brian was spotted. Gilang was spotted. And that's it. Tajikistan does have a
At
second.
your service. Removing our
For
enemies.
Jits. And then we're gonna see about a coup.
Standing by for orders.
who's going to take command, which I think you're the most of anyways. Because national cohesion is 0. Size of economy is the biggest thing. Finna control points is... So we could get all the way up to a 0% chance. But if we can get public support down and ours up, that'll be a big sway. Or if we could crack down. Purge. 28. You're actually significantly over. Just not enough. Okay.
Lending my
Interrogate
expertise.
the captive hydra we now have available.
Person of interest surveilled.
I have new information.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
We are in control now.
Finish the settlement core and settlement mining complex on that asteroid. Now making 2.5 volatiles, 3 noble metals, 13.7 base metals, 9.8 volatiles, and 16.5 water per day. Which isn't great, but it's not half bad. Okay, so we have overdone our habs. So not habs, but the mines. So we need to chill out on that.
Acknowledged.
This will be easy to do.
We'll see what we can find.
And we're also getting close to the alien hate cap. Once you go over a certain amount of mission control, the alien has a base hate
Offering
for you that
assistance.
will not go away, even if they destroy some of your space assets. So we're gonna calm down for a little bit. Here, so they were probably launched
new
at one of
information.
my nations, but now that we're low on our hates, then they don't have anything to attack.
No matter what we do, no
Rival
matter
security.
what we say, no matter how many appear
So these
to
are all of our
listen to
nuclear
us,
stuff.
Mutual obliteration remains
They've gone
humanity's
for arrival
only
security
index.
next, which is going to be... I'm not sure what listing post does, or proscription. These are new ones. But this will be for stuff like defending against the aliens and your space assets and whatnot. Go ahead and work on those two.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We found something.
Finished 2 more shipyards in low Earth orbit. Again, we're not going to build any more ships because we need to stay under the alien hate cap. We have a 0.7 boost to our missions in China now. There's no malice to purging, thankfully, for having control of the United States. Yeah, we can't purge this either ways. So you can't take control of a nation if you don't have anything. You also can't purge it. It's important to note that, because if you, one of my strategies here is I take control of the first 5 and then don't take control of the 6th because no one else can take control of it. But it does leave that 34 control point gap free, which is less of a problem now that I have 73 over, but it is a problem at the very beginning of the game. You have 9. It's not awful, I suppose.
Investigating target.
You don't have turn. Does anyone else have turn? 3 people do. Bulo, who has 9 persuasion, and Shiyun, who has 5. Fantastic. We'll just have him go ahead and investigate. Outpost cores on Ceres have been produced, along with a construction complex. Mines on Ceres were now 4 over. I'm going to go for hydra interrogation. And what we're going to want to go for next is the next mission 2 research, because that will increase our mine capacity. Right, Exodus, don't care about. If it's the initiative, then we might go ahead and assassinate him.
Surveillance complete.
People will come to our side.
16% public support here in China. I'm not even sure how they're running it into the ground. I guess just inequality. Huh. They're not doing enough to get rid of that.
Eyes on target.
We're going to go ahead and give Shi Yun another administration. Haley is going to grab we could get turn on her. Well, she doesn't have anything that could use it, though, is the problem. We might go for security. Security, science is really what we need to know right now. Okay. For management, we kind of want you on to Kaylee. She's getting +2 from that. Really not a problem. Is there a +3 that we can put on to? She has 25 espionage. She doesn't need more espionage. Doesn't need more security either. It'd just be for the money and investigation, which really isn't worth it. This wouldn't be half bad. 65 money. Could also, for Constantine, we do this. Brian doesn't have anything available. You could get rid of this. I guess no, it's his only public campaign. That's the problem. Public campaign is only coming from Asgard Strategic. We get rid of Calypso. We don't need Calypso. And with that, we could grab Madsen. And then Remus is just better than Achilles. You could be good. The espionage and the security. Are you worth taking anything off? Should I just take 2 off or take off one of the 3 stars? It could save you for later though. I think I might do confirm changes. And then the next time we give Geelong a not investigation but administration, then we go ahead and put Beta Intelligence Group on and take off Uxalt for the moment. Do I need Kusanagi? Because it has stabilized nation, so the next time she gets... Right, okay. It's just that Constantine is better. So once she gets back up to 20, we'll put on Kusanagi again. Okay.
Lending my expertise.
Slowly working at public supports here in China. Information Science Research Center has been finished. Sanctioned investigations for the crackdowns. And then we're gonna go to our habitats, space, and then upgrade. Upgrade all of type. It'll put us just a bit over, which is annoying. Fission reactor, fission reactor. Information. Is there some way that we could get something that is... We need 20? Yeah, we need 20 back. Space science. It's there. That will be perfectly at.
We've got some intel on our target.
Person of interest surveilled.
Tracking failed.
We'll need to get a military one as well soon. Join Foxtrot 3. Get the Life Research Center.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
I'm gonna crack down Tajikistan. From you. I think we're just gonna kill him. To be entirely honest.
Ready to go.
Doesn't have any problematic traits.
Taking them down.
Practically a guaranteed success too. Bulo, we're gonna have you grab another investigation. Yes. Latom is giving you detain counselor. That's kind of very annoying, to be entirely honest. And then
Where do you need me?
you're investigating
Ready for my
the alien,
mission.
of course.
Standing by.
We do want to find out what Pablo has so we can turn him. Actually, we can
Offering
go
support.
to the moon, I'm sure, and we can just decommission you because you're just not worth it. Which means that this is going to go down.
Target eliminated.
Person of interest surveilled.
Nothing unusual
Didn't learn
found.
anything from Pablo.
Our case remains
Didn't do
unheard.
anything to China's public support. Can't give him an augment though, so that'll be nice. They're finally leaving America alone, so I don't need to send a counselor here. Yeah.
They'll all be so busy fighting down here that they won't even realize
We
we've
finished
already
Greater
built ourselves
Nations,
an empire
and
up
because
there.
of our
Director
long-term
Hydra
research target, electromagnetic
comes to
propulsion has been
investigate
automatically
Everett's Mars mission.
subscribed. Subscribed but picked. And whenever United States of North America becomes available, we will start working on that. I do want to boost that up because it's a short tech, but I definitely don't want to lose it.
Ready for orders.
Actually, what is your chance?
Ready for
You have a
orders.
93% chance
Ready for my
because he has
mission.
a single espionage. Media darling and opinion leader. So we'll go for
Surveilling target.
this man here. Gao Lang, you're gonna go ahead and grab an administration. We're gonna transfer you so you have better, basically espionage and security. The investigation is just a happy little bonus. You're also not getting any missions from it, but it's whatever. DARPA would be good except for the money. SGI is pretty good. That'll be command and security, which would be good on Kaylee. So if we materials though. Be the only one that we could do. Because that's just not enough. That's only 1 star. And this is going to be, oh, it's 3 stars actually. So yeah, no, not going to be able to do that. Yes, States of North America. Fantastic.
Offering counsel.
You finished climate research. That's going to be for the life research, which is you.
Person of interest surveilled.
Climate and life both give
I
life
have new
bonuses,
information.
but climate gives a boost to your climates. Here, environments rather, and then life research center gives a boost to
Public
welfare.
opinion remains unmoved.
In a factory out in the asteroid belt. Tajikistan has now no longer been expired, or crashed down rather. I
Acknowledged.
want to see
I'm here.
your chance. 30. So no difference really. Except you're much higher. Negative. Alright, next turn.
Mission in progress.
Lending my
They're in
expertise.
Italy.
We'll be ready for new orders soon. I have new information.
Professor.
We've got
Pablo
some
at
intel on our
15.
target.
We've got some intel on our
Xenoform Alpha. the Akad Bharat program, or project rather, which is India's or Greater India Pan-Asian Combine, trajectory for low Earth orbits.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Science would tell us.
We finished electromagnetic propulsion, which is going to unlock fission pulse drives, mass drivers, Bessemer, and plasma wave drives. But more importantly is the gateway to magnetic force manipulation. I never actually mentioned, but we're going for the Helicon drive because it's going to be one of the best drives for the early and mid game. And then we're going to go and look at what we want to do from there.
Ready for my mission.
The protium converter is the best drive overall. It cost like 3.8 million research all told, I believe, which is an obscene amount, but eventually we will get to that level. And the Helicon drive will be good enough for everything in between. And if you're really interested in all the math and stuff behind it, there are much smarter people than I on the Terra Invicta Discord who have done all of this. And I'm just looking at their graphs going, that was at the top, so I'm gonna go for it.
We found nothing of note.
Oh, I do not want to do that one. Alien Councilor crashed down in Ukraine.
We hold no sway.
Failed that one, which is fantastic. I would have hated to actually get our public opinion up. Not that it's really working. We're back down again.
Ready
Yeah,
for
Wing,
orders.
we're gonna go and try for a public turn. 38% here.
They'll be working for us soon.
Offering assistance. Person of interest surveilled.
Surveillance complete.
These ones really aren't worth it, so if you look at them, we had the Vasimer, it's a 6.6, 7.2, so it's okay for long term. Like if you're gonna go all the way out to the edge of the solar system, it'd be okay, but nothing they're looking forward to. 10.2, 3.3 is just bad all around. 13.5, 4.2 is okay, but not very good for us. 15.3, 3.1, and 13.3, 4.3. So we're just gonna go ahead and obsolete those so they're out of our
Person of
way.
interest surveilled.
We now have a spy in their ranks.
Turn the protectorate councilor. Fuel cells is another one. This is one of your power sources. So these are the drives, these are the power sources, and it's not very good either. We have better ones coming on. Want to go to you and drop your fail chance all the way down. Not sure what these two guys here are doing. I'm not entirely enthused by their appearance,
Please keep me
but
safe.
we're going to look at the initiative counselor here next, because what we're going to go ahead and try and do is kill him.
Truly, I would love to believe that we will
They
comport
finished
ourselves
Space
better on other
Assault
worlds
Doctrine,
to
which is
make
going to
here. I am not
unlock the Advanced
There
Marine
will,
Assault
I am
Unit,
afraid, be
and now they're going for next generation aerospace. Let me go ahead and turn that
He's
down.
more of a super villain, but he's still my favorite. He's a survivor.
Audio.
He's uncompromising, and he does whatever he must to achieve what he believes in. Cool helmet. Too.
Mission in progress.
Colonel Hans Castillo. Text message to his nephew.
We finished magnetic force manipulation, and we're working on superconducting magnets. Magnetic force manipulation unlocks the cobalt dust radiator, which is pretty good. The further along in radiators you get, the cheaper they become and the harder to hit they become. So if we look here at the radiators, the nano-tube filament radiator, the biggest thing is how much heat they disperse. It's not the biggest thing, it's important, but I find that I typically don't ever have a problem with it, especially if you have a good heat sink, or if you're just using torpedoes and missiles like at the very beginning, not a problem. The biggest thing to worry about is the vulnerability when deployed. Since this is a moderate vulnerability, you're typically going to want to go ahead and shrink it in and pull it back into your spaceship whenever you're fighting, which means that you're going to have to rely on your your heat sinks to make sure your ship doesn't explode. But if you look at the ionic dust radiator, it's got very low because it just dumps out electrostatic lines that are going to dump that stored heat, so you can keep these open in a fight, or if your heat sink gets destroyed or damaged, you can deploy these as well. And the cobalt dust is going to be even better, either in its vulnerability being lower or in its heat dump capacity, whatever you want to call it, being lowered, or sorry, being higher, or both. So both, most likely that would be both. Ryan, we're going to go ahead and give you a security. No one else needs one. An augment, I mean. Long, you're going to come here. Roll on a 12% chance.
I'll make an offer they can't
Possibility of
refuse.
going up to about a 15, depending on where they go.
I have new information.
You went to ground.
I have new information.
Oh, you could probably stop investigating him.
Intel on our target.
They won't listen to reason.
Nearly got that one. Cobalt dust radiator, so if we look at that, it's very low. It's at 200 tons per gigawatts, but it's cheaper at 1 base metal and 19 nobles as opposed to 33 volatiles and 1.7 base, though it does do 133 tons less. 3 crew for that one, 3 crew for this one. So, things to keep in mind. Yeah, no, I said we're going to go for the next mission 2, and we have not been able to do that. We'll steal a project
No secret
from
safe from me.
you guys.
Laying the groundwork.
Lending my expertise.
I think I found something.
Solar streamers is pretty good.
Surveillance complete.
We ended our non-aggression pact with them, though.
Mission aborted.
We weren't able to turn them, which is super annoying. We're going to give administration onto you because we want to go ahead and put Kusanagi back on. Abduction supported in America because of you. Advanced Marine Assault Units going to be pretty good for taking over control points. Sorry, habitats. Okay.
What's
So
the odds?
Yun, we're going to have you come ahead and
They
drop
won't
him.
see me coming.
Your orders?
At your service.
Bula will have you investigate below
what they are up to.
Brian,
go.
you can come and investigate
We'll see what they're up to.
Fangua, however you pronounce that. No augments, no organizations. I don't know why we know so much about them. I guess maybe the Protectorate has turned an academy counselor, but
Work in the public.
75% chance now.
Offering counsel.
I'm on your side.
I have new information.
We've got some intel on our target.
Target.
Dead. We're back up to the bright orange.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Looking around for any of the Protectorate counselors. I'm not finding them at all, which is kind of weird. 2 in Australia, 1 in Malaysia, 1 in Hungary, 1 in Sudan. Right here. Here, the 1 in Hungary, 1 in Malaysia. Interesting. And then 2 here.
Don't let them find out.
I'm not liking that. Because you have advised. You don't have enough investigation, surely. You just have 1 espionage, so she might. She does not have investigate counselor though, so she's not investigating him. That's good.
Where to? We'll recon the site.
Standing by for orders. Reeling them in.
1% chance.
Prepping for mission.
Prepping for mission.
Cleaning things up.
We've got some intel on our target.
Person of interest surveilled.
Initiative has 4.
My words meant nothing to them.
You failed hard, so we're not going to have you do that again. Whenever you do a critical fail like that, it gives the whoever you're trying to turn, it gives that faction warning that you're trying to turn them. So we're going to back off. We're going to have them go back to China and raise their public support there. Kaylee was spotted, and that's it? No, we're in June right now. So no one was spotted. Sorry, Brian was, and Galang was. Gilang.
Standing
So,
by.
sabotage project.
Breaching
For
lab
servants.
security.
What's the op?
And then public campaign in China.
We'll make our appeal.
I'm hoping that whenever we finish this arrival security that we're going to be able to take the next mission too, because we won't have finished superconducting magnets and will therefore not be able to complete the next one. Yeah, because what we want is electromagnetic propulsion, which we have finished everything except for superconducting magnets, so we will not be able to go on to that one, though it does have the helicon drive at 60%. But thankfully we do have a research that will allow us to re-roll some of those percentages.
Offering assistance.
Surveillance complete.
They won't know what hit them.
Destroy exotic materials. We got 50 science out of that. We're going to do it again.
I have new information.
We've
You're
moved
gonna,
the needle.
you're investigating. Yeah, they have to have a turn counselor, because there's no way we would know all of this without it. We're gonna have Gilang go to ground. Yeah. Go to ground. Not in K-Town. That's gonna be... Where's that? My worst enemy. We'll have you come here to Monterey. Or Tijuana, sorry, Tijuana.
Ready to go.
Reporting in.
Well, we're gonna give you a espionage. Didn't actually look at any of the others to see if they wanted augments. They cannot get augments.
I will help them.
Hunkering down.
Wrapping
On the
up here.
ground.
We've hacked their research data.
Rail cannon. Goodbye.
Person of interest surveilled.
Person of interest surveilled.
Brian is now being
Prepping
targeted.
for the next mission.
We may just assassinate him. He's going to be that much of a problem. Next generation aerospace is finished. That's going to give maximum mil-tech value of plus 0.5. It's also going to open up these engineering projects and allow us to go for exo-atmospheric fighters. They have instead decided to go for nuclear fusion methodologies. We can now go for directed energy launch systems, which will increase boost by 25%. I can probably lower these. No one else is going to contest me for them. No one can contest me for rifle security. That will allow us to finish our engineering projects that much faster. So 3rd of August of next year, 21st of April of next year, and 18th of January of next year. We can boost these up. July, April, June, and March. We'll do that instead. You're not worth... Actually, you might be only 20 money for 5. Still be positive too, but if I do that, I've got 3 or capacity left over. Is there anything I can even grab that's going to be worthwhile? Not particularly. You would kind of. A tank council would be nice on you. So Jasper, there's not really a difference. So we'll go for Cassiopeia.
Ready.
And then we're gonna go ahead and... You do have Martyr though, which is annoying. But it's just propaganda.
I have them in my sights.
And then Brian will have you investigate. This guy here. Why
Tracking
not?
target.
Public opinion is still good in out. Ooh, never mind. We'll have you deploy a campaign here
We'll make our
in
appeal.
Mexico.
Offering support.
You're assaulting alien life forms.
Initiating deep cover.
Oh, you didn't need to do that twice in a row. Whoops.
We've got some intel on our target.
Pablo, loyalty is still at 15.
Target down.
Initiative counselor has been murked.
We've moved the needle.
Xenoforms are running rampant over here. European Union is attacking Austria and will not be joining that war. Surveilling location here in China. Operatives. Brian has been spotted. That was a month ago, though.
Standing by.
I'm gonna have you come out. We'll try another
They'll be working for us
15%.
soon.
Standing by.
Sabotage one of your
I'm
projects.
going in.
See, we're gonna see what the purge is like here. 0%, which is annoying. So we'll leave it at that.
Lending my expertise.
I have new information.
They won't know what.
Hydra diplomacy, that's a
Laying the
big
groundwork.
one. Drop that.
They are on
Really
to
hoping that we
Terra.
can get this because he has untouchable, which means he's probably not going to be assassinated anytime
Winning
soon.
their hearts and minds.
But we may need to go for someone else because this is clearly not working. He has 19
I'm
base.
here.
That's pretty crazy.
What's the op?
We're going to go ahead and detain him,
We'll grab them.
Ready for my mission.
which will make it easier to turn. They're going to make it also more obvious. This is definitely the alien. We're going to go for this one.
Investigating target.
No new organizations.
The senators
Rifle
demand that
security
we
has
take
been
what-
finished, so we're going to go for mission to Venus because it's cheaper. And it's going to give us... Oh, it's not
Offering
going to tell us.
assistance.
Oh, it might not give us any because there's no mines on Venus.
We've
That
got
could
some
be
intel on
annoying.
our
Well,
target.
Mercury is not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It's also pretty cheap.
Mission abort.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
So we'll work on that. I'm not going to declare war on Hungary. Civil defense programs will reduce the fallout from nuclear strikes. UFO crashed into China. Yuan. Go
Eyes
ahead
on
and investigate him.
Ready for my mission.
Got one
We
from
must
here.
persuade the people.
Offering counsel.
Let's forward to purse missions. Pablo is no longer in custody. Pablo is now in custody.
Surveillance complete.
The people will come to our side.
Public sentiment is increasing.
Oh, this
with
must have
us.
been because we killed the martyr, if I had to guess. Protectorate has gotten all the control points in Ukraine. Brian, we're gonna go for Brian, we're gonna go for an investigation, because that's what you're doing right now. And then we can grab, I don't think there's really anything that we want either.
Standing by.
I'm here.
Ready for orders.
I will help them.
Target is
Person of interest surveilled.
Didn't know anything about them,
Every
which is
child
unfortunate.
adores playing
Now
with
working on
magnets.
high energy
Yet most
electromagnetic
adults
propulsion,
pay them no heed.
which is the last one.
Foolish, really.
Not
But
the
one
last
day,
one.
they will become the very bedrock of our society. Chancellor Lee.
Oop, not what I wanted to do.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Yes, this is the last one. Helicon Drive is what
The
we
people
want.
will come to our side.
Listening post. What even is the listening post? Where'd it go? Right here. Oh, so this is what it's now changed to. Okay. So this is the new... This used to just be Information Science Hab. Sorry, Information Science Research. But now it's a listening post, plus 3% impression, which I don't really care about, but plus 1 to detecting enemy counselors is pretty good. And it gives social science. Interesting.
wrapping up here.
Not what I wanted. Siyun. Shiyun. We're going to go ahead and give you another administration. And Kaylee, we're going to give you another science. And that's where we're going to call it today, guys. So it didn't do a whole lot in space. We got a bunch of our space assets online, and we're a little bit over our cap. I believe that says, that means we're at 2 over? I'm really not sure. We can make 15 mines, but it doesn't tell me how many mines we currently have. But since everything's been doubling, I think we have 3 mines over. 1 to 2 to 4. I think. Anyhow, we got that set up, pulling in some pretty good incomes. We're starting to work on ships. We have our ship's production up. Holy cow, I can't speak. And if we look at all human factions, we all have some form of ship going on. we currently have 5 ships for a total of 38 combat power, but they're a mix of PD, which has 0 combat power, or the Zugnu, which has 12, and it's just torpedoes. So that's why. And then in a bit, so next episode we'll take on some of the aliens. We need to defeat them in combats, but I want to get our hate back down to the, I don't know what you call it, the peach color, so that we don't have a huge retaliation fleet come against us. Though I might just build some fake or some vulnerable habs and just fill them full of research for a bit. Not entirely sure yet. We're going to grab Persuasion on Gilang, that we have a better chance with turning councilors. Probably the last one we get on him, I'm not entirely sure. But we got quite a bit done for our research. We increased our research by a bit. We got a lot of research done, both engineering projects. We're working on North America, which will allow us to conjoin United States and Canada into one country. Will allow us to get more in China, because it's going to be a pretty big country. We're also, after that, going to work on confederating and joining up Central America. We're also working on Hydra language. We're able to capture a Hydra and complete Hydra language. We're now working on Hydra interrogation, excuse me. And we're working on the mission to Venus to hopefully get more mining capacity, but I'm not sure if that's going to work now that I'm thinking about it. It doesn't say that we will, and usually it does. If we go to Tech Tree, mission to the moon, it says it's going to increase. Venus does not. Mercury will. So I might have chosen the wrong one, and I should have gone for Jupiter instead. Anyhow, what's done is done. Can't change that. And we're working on high energy electromagnetic propulsion. This will allow us to work on the Helicon drive, which will be our go-to drive for basically until the end game. And we start pushing around Titans and super heavy not cruisers, but capital ships. Next episode, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to conjoin up Canada and America. We're going to get into China. It's proving to be harder said than done, but that's what I get for taking so dang long. I might start going into Central America. We'll see. Sorry, not Central, but South America. We'll see how that works out. But thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to do. If there's anything you want me to go over. I asked this in my first playthrough, and I got some comments going over hab building and ship building. So if anything you want me to go over in the next episode, please let me know. Can't go over it otherwise, you know what I mean. But I'll see y'all in the next one.